Hey YouTube, this is just a quick video on the new head unit I put in my 2016 Civic. It's the Phoenix Radio. It's the 9-inch screen. I think it's supposed to be like an OEM style, and just want to do a quick overview and review on it. I've had it in for almost a week now, and I have to say I absolutely love it. It's so much better than the stock one. I had that very basic radio, so I guess coming from that, anything is an upgrade, but thought I'd do a little overview on it. I know there's a couple of videos out there, but just to see how it's going and everything. So basically, this is the interface when you first start it up. I have mine set for sleep mode, so I can turn it off real quick here, and it will power off. So you can kind of see how quick the startup is. Now for me, it's very quick because I keep it in sleep mode. I don't have it turn off completely, and sorry about the focus, I'm just on my phone, and I haven't had any issues with it, so hopefully it's not draining battery. If it is, it's minimal. I guess it's not going to make it matter anything. So here's a startup, and you can see it's instantaneous when it starts. I was listening to some music here. I'm gonna mute it, but speaking of muting it, it does retain the factory controls. So using this, you can see the volume will go up. I'm gonna just mute it, and also you can switch tracks, so it's pretty cool. And I have this mounted on a USB, so you can kind of see here, there's the USB that I have, it USB 3. So you get 3 USB plugs. I have one here for my phone for like charging and whatever, and I have 2 in the glove box. But the interface is butter smooth. This is the 4 gig model, so you can see, sorry, some of the music. But I have to say, if I had to rate it, I'd probably give it a 9.5 out of 10 just for the week. The only issue I've had with it is been the Bluetooth. People tell me they can't hear me at all on it, even with the microphone. I put the microphone right here. So I did call them, and they said there's a fix they're working on because multiple people had that issue. But I mean, if you look at it, I mean, it's smooth. So what I did is I kind of put my favorite apps here on the home screen that I use the most. The radio.
000. That's 708.
The radio comes in super clear, and I know this might not be a big deal to most people, and again, you can switch the station using the steering wheel controls, or you can just touch them. But what's really cool is I listen to a lot of AM radio, like the sports talk radio here in Chicago. So what's pretty neat is the AM reception is actually like basically crystal clear. I'm in my garage, so I don't know how it's going to sound in here, but take my word for it. If AM radio is important to you, it is awesomely clear, which was a surprise. I know on most aftermarket head units it's not. But one thing I will say, when you are setting yours up there's a section for the radio. There's 2 United States. There's a United States 1 and a United States 2. Make sure, well, at least for me, I had to choose United States 2 because when I was on United States 1, it was interesting. I wasn't getting I couldn't get AM 1000 like ESPN or 670 The Score in Chicago. It would go to 999 or 666 and like 705 or something. It was like, that's just really odd. So it was kind of frustrating for me because I like a lot of AM radio. So I like, oh yeah, they got those other settings for different radios for countries and stuff. So I tried the different United States, and it found all the normal AM channels out my way perfectly fine. So that's pretty cool. What else did I do? I have a few different offline navigation programs. Now, it did come with iGo, and this is a different iGo though, which is interesting. Like the one it came with, it was okay. It didn't seem like it had a lot of the places. So what I did was I went back to the App Store and I actually downloaded it. And what you can do is you can get the Play Store. I'm just not connected to my Wi-Fi right now, but you can. I downloaded the original one, the regular one, because I don't have a huge data plan and I wanted something I can use offline. And I've used the iGo and tried to compare it to Google Maps the last couple of days, and it's actually been pretty good. I know the reviews are all over. If you look on like Play Store how iGo navigation is, but it's been pretty awesome for here. I like the features, I like the layout, so that's probably going to be my main one, but if there's always an issue, I do have Google Maps and Waze still on there too. And then there's another one that's free. It's called Here We Go, that supposedly got good reviews too. So I know some people were wondering about, like, I also have a subscription to Sirius Xm Radio. And again, I'm not on my Wi-Fi now, so it's not going to pick it up. But there's a Sirius Xm Radio app, and it does work. So if you're connected to your Wi-Fi, or I'm going to tether off your phone, you can use it. I saw in the Civic forums that some people were complaining that was kind of a deal breaker if you can't use XM Radio. They want to add that extra hardware that you can get like from Best Buy or something. But just download the app. It works perfectly. So no issues there. Yeah, so that's this. And I mean, you get some other maps with it and stuff. One of the cool ones too is, so you can get your amplifier too, so you can kind of set up your sound exactly how you want it. It's pretty neat. It does make a difference. I don't really mess with it too much. Let's see, your Tpms Sensors, that's a program. The only thing is, I haven't been able to have it find the pressure. I have it set with PSI, but then when you go to, there's this thing here, and you push it and say learning, and it never finds the pressure. But what you can do is, if you go back to this, there's a thing in settings where you can set your maximum and minimum, and I'm assuming if it gets to these, it will trigger it, so it's not a big deal. I'm sure there's other programs for it. So then these are just other things that are on there. I don't really mess with these so much. That's why I kind of put them over here. You could play movies and stuff while you're driving. There's a setting for it. I know there's videos on that. If you need help with that, I guess just let me know. Leave in a comment. But overall, this is just a quick overview. I'm very happy. The install was super duper easy. Literally plug and play. I spent more time running the wires to make it cleaner. I did mount my GPS antenna up there, and I ran the wires along there and stuff to clean it up. But other than the Bluetooth having crappy reception on your caller's end, they come in perfectly clear. They can't hear me well at all. I would say it's absolutely perfect. And if you're coming from a base model like an LX, it's phenomenal. And one other cool thing too is, when you're in reverse, now I don't believe the stock one did this. When I go to, the car's not on. Let me turn the car on real quick. When you go to reverse, stock, you get these different views, but when I turn my wheel, it actually turns the bars in the back, which is really cool. It didn't do that stock, and I know some people complain about the graininess of the camera, but I am 99.9% sure it's the camera Honda gives you. It's not the screen. The screen is HD, and it's just a crappy camera on the back of your car. But other than that, it's awesome. You get all the different views and things like that too. So I usually leave it here, but you can do this view. So pretty neat. So I love it. It's a nice big screen. You can see it. So again, I don't really have anything bad to say about it. It's been working flawlessly. So I would give it a total thumbs up. And yeah, if anyone's just thinking about getting it, please just message me. Let me know. I can answer some questions for you. But it's a pretty awesome unit, and it's under $400. I got the 4 gig, 32 gigabyte memory model, and I'm hoping it'll last the life of the car. I mean, I guess if it didn't, I would just buy another one. I mean, they're so cheap compared to going like an aftermarket Kenwood or Alpine or something like that. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, again, just let me know. Thanks.